Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Saturday, July 22nd, 2023. I am your host, Lance Brock, ready to talk some pro wrestling with everyone. Today, hope everyone is having a great Saturday. And in case you missed it last night, new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic is available now with recaps of last night's Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor pay-per-view, WWE Friday Night SmackDown, and AEW Rampage featuring the Royal Rampage. And today, busy if you're here in Michigan, especially Taylor. I'm sure you know the Telegraph car cruise is today, so going to be a busy day today. So instead of having to stay up till both or all three of the shows, I should say, finished and then did the podcast, I decided to watch both the pay-per-view and SmackDown and Rampage at the same time. Did a little multitasking, I guess you could say, and then did the podcast after. And now on to today's episode. Tonight, Saturday night's alright for fighting because we have AEW Saturday Collision taking place from Newark, New Jersey, not too far from last night's Ring of Honor pay-per-view, which was in Trenton. And the AEW World Trios Championships will be on the line. The House of Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, and Malachi Black will be defending against the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens, and Max Caster, and Billy Gunn, which I think this will be a pretty good match, but I don't know if I see a title change though. I know they did a good job of making the Acclaimed look good, have some momentum last night on Rampage, getting a victory against QTV in trios action. But I kind of see the House of Black retaining the titles in this one. But you never know. I could be wrong. They could decide to go with an upset and have the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn become the new trios champions tonight. And we will also see Sky Blue take on Taya Valkyrie, which I think should be a pretty good match. Sky Blue, definitely impressive as of late, and Taya Valkyrie showing this frustration after she did not win the AEW Women's Championship against Toni Storm. So tonight she will take on Sky Blue. And we have tag team action: Bullet Club Gold, Switchblade Jay White, and Juice Robinson taking on the team of Action Andretti and Darius Martin. These two have been teaming quite a bit lately on Ring of Honor on Honor Club. I think they work pretty well together. But as for a prediction in this one, I'd have to go with Bullet Club Gold, Juice Robinson, and Jay White. And also we will hear from Absolute Ricky Starks and CM Punk after the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament last week, where Starks used the bottom rope to defeat CM Punk in their match. And we'll have to see what Punk has to say about that. It's just kind of funny to me that they had this heel turn for Ricky Starks, and they're treating Punk as the baby face, even though so far since he has returned to AEW, anywhere else outside of Chicago, he's mostly been booed, which you know he wasn't going to be booed in Chicago. You knew he was going to get a huge pop there, but everywhere else, especially Toronto, on the second episode of Collision, he was heavily booed. And I don't think that's going to be any different tonight in New Jersey, because even on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view last night, when they showed the graphic for what will be taking place on Collision tonight, you could even hear the boos from inside the arena. And that is tonight on Collision. AEW Saturday Collision on TNT. Also, I talked about this last night, but on SmackDown, it became official. We will see the Undisputed Universal Championship on the line. Roman Reigns taking on Jey Uso, not only for the Undisputed Universal Championship, but they also kind of teased that this could be for the rights, I guess you could say, to be the tribal chief. And Rampage last night featured the second Royal Rampage match, which I'm guessing is going to be at the Blood and Guts episode of Dynamite now. Well, makes sense, obviously, because they have the two rings there already for Blood and Guts. And last year was in Detroit, was won by Hangman Adam Page. And this one I thought was quite entertaining and was won by Darby Allin, so who now will get a title shot at All Out in September. So that was our Friday Night Pro Wrestling last night. It definitely had some good wrestling on it. SmackDown and Rampage had pretty good shows, even though I didn't pay 100% attention on them. And Ring of Honor had a very good pay-per-view in Death Before Dishonor. Had some very good matches, especially the double main event. Claudio Castagnoli successfully defending against Pac, and the main event, Athena and Willow Nightingale for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. Really good match. In case you missed it, the new rating system, I'm still getting used to it. Only started about a week ago, but overall for Death Before Dishonor, I decided to give it 8 out of 10 ring bells. And that's all for this episode on this Saturday of Good Morning Wrestling Fans. Thank you, everyone. I hope to have a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic tonight discussing AEW Saturday Collision But I will be back tomorrow morning for the Sunday episode of GMWF. Remember, you can leave comments or anything you want to say and leave your feedback from last night on Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor, WWE SmackDown, AEW Rampage, on Spreaker, YouTube, or whichever podcast website you listen to on in the comment section if they have one. And until I talk to everyone tomorrow, have a great pro wrestling day.